Well, hello everybody. I'm Bob. I just got a haircut, so you may not recognize me. Um, be that as it may. We've been having a change of luck here. There's a lot of COVID over in Burma, and they had an outbreak down at a fish market in southwest of Bangkok, which puts it about 500 miles south of me. But they've actually locked down that entire province and a couple of other areas around there. And there's talk of shutting down Bangkok, depending on how fast it spreads. The COVID coming out of Burma is supposed to be more virulent. It's easier to catch than the old COVID. So we don't know exactly what's going on. There are several TAMBONS, which is I think the Thai equivalent of districts of my province that are shut down. One of them's about 16 or 18 kilometers south of me, and the other two are closer to Chiang Rai than Chiang Mai by a wide margin. So I still don't feel particularly threatened, but I am disappointed to say that the attempt to open up here didn't go real well, and they're talking about possibly some more shutdowns, and they're going to cancel New Year's as of right now. Now, being in Thailand, a lot of people have realized or noticed that what they say they're going to do on Monday doesn't mean that's what they're going to do on Tuesday. There's a lot of conjecture involved in the news here, it seems to me. However, I don't mean that as criticism. I'm just telling you, you can't believe exactly what you hear. We're experiencing reinfestation. There are 22 provinces that now have COVID issues. Chiang Mai isn't bad off where I am, but most of everything that was south of me is. If you look at these maps of the COVID infection, you can see that most of what's going on is south of me. But that doesn't mean it can't come here, and I personally think Chiang Mai's decision to continue with the New Year's festivities after Bangkok, Phuket, and Pattaya have all decided to cancel theirs, I think it's a little iffy. This is apparently the strain out of Myanmar that's much more virulent than the strain that we had been subjected to in the early part of 2020. So this is just an update. I'm telling you what I know when I know it. Let's go fire up the motorcycle and scare some chickens out in the rural areas. Hey y'all, I waited a couple of days since the first segment of this video was filmed to try to see what the spread in Thailand actually looked like from this latest outbreak. And since the earlier clip several days ago, we now have COVID spikes in 22 provinces, and most of it seems to be originating in Burma. And the Thais are not happy about this, and there are even some social media threats that are being spread around. So you have to consider that the Burmese are trying to get away from the COVID, but they're running to Thailand, and that's not okay with Thailand because Thailand did a pretty good job with the virus. There's still only 60 deaths in a country of 70 million. Now they are sharing a lot of information with the public, and they are doing a whole lot of services for free. So let's forget that third world crap. Thailand kicks ass, and their contract tracing is amazing. So I'm just glad I'm here. They might not be doing a perfect job, but it's so much better than certain other companies that are where I used to be from, that what they've done is commendable. Hopefully we will weather this current spread, but they're aggressively working with it. So The schools down in Bangkok are closed now. They are starting to be more aggressive at the border. Now, there are some people who sneak across the border. Thailand and Myanmar and Laos have a very porous border situation. But in terms of what they can do, they are catching single people coming across, they're catching groups coming across, and there's some suspicion that some Thai military guys or police guys are helping them come across for money. So the Prime Minister is currently on those guys and is trying to root them out. And of course I have to support that. You know, if we were as incompetent as some of the Western countries, we'd be knee deep in it. And we haven't had a death in, what is it, since June, so it's like 6 months since anybody died in Thailand. So there's some good and some bad to it, but I'm just trying to keep you updated.